What's up, you guys? Mr. Sark here. I just got back from an amazing trip to the very first Electric Daisy Carnival in Mexico City, Mexico. And since I'm trying to get better at vlogging when I'm traveling, I took a camera down there and recorded a bunch of stuff on my phone and my GoPro, and I thought I would cut this little piece together. If you don't know, EDC, or Electric Daisy Carnival, is a huge series of electronic festivals that happen around the world. They're put on by Insomniac Events. And we've been going, me and my pals have been going to these events for years. So when they reached out to us and invited us down to the very first EDC in Mexico City, I was all about it. I've never been past the border. I've lived in California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, so I've been to Tijuana, Mexicali, Juarez, but I've never actually been into Mexico, and I don't think the border towns are very representative of Mexico, so I was excited to get in and see it. It was cool. They actually set aside a whole first day just to see the city, so we were going to go do touristy stuff, but for me, as a carne connoisseur, I had my priorities. The first thing I had to hit was not a museum, it was a taco stand. And not like a fancy Mexican restaurant. I mean like a taco stand that when you look at it, you're terrified to eat there. Because that is where you're gonna find the ultimate tacos. I thought it was pretty cool that the first stop our guide took us to was the National Autonomous University of Mexico, UNAM, I think they call it. It's a huge university, and it's like a crown jewel for Mexico City. I wasn't allowed into the soccer stadium, unfortunately. I really wanted to see it. Next up was the Castillo de Chapultepec, which is this castle right in the middle of Mexico City, filled with priceless art and historical artifacts and culture, which is why I bought a Lucha Libre mask at a cart right outside, so I could properly enjoy it. From the castle, we headed over to Xochimilco, where we rode on their, what were they called? Trajineras, I think? These boats that looked like piñatas that navigate this series of canals that used to connect different parts of the city and were used for irrigation. This was probably my favorite part of the day. It was super relaxing, nice cool breeze, and right in the middle of our run through the canals, another piñata boat pulls up right next to us and grilled us up quesadillas. So I can't even describe to you how awesome that was. I ate so much food in Mexico, I'm surprised I didn't sink that little trajinera right to the bottom of the canal. And finally, we ended our first day in a flurry of midgets and punches at a Lucha Libre match. I was glad then that I had purchased my mask earlier. I don't know what's happening. I don't know any of the wrestlers. I couldn't even keep track. I couldn't even tell who won at the end of these matches. But I was hyped though, and I fit right in because I'm big and insane. The next 2 days were solid partying at EDC. It was epic. That's the best word I can use to describe it. It was epic. Insomniac hooked us up with Super Saiyan over 9000 all access wristbands, so we could go to the VIP areas, we could go backstage, we could go in front of the stage. A couple things I noticed about the party in Mexico was, I mean, one, it was loud as hell because there was no regulations about volume levels. Mexico City was like, yeah, fuck it, nuke 'em. The second thing I noticed, you Mexicans, you love your cerveza. Holy cow. 3, Mexico loves Avicii, even more than I love their tacos. Some of my favorite acts, though, were, let's see, DiAngelo. I feel like he always kills it. The remaining member of Bingo Players spun for nearly 2 hours, and it was incredible. His set was amazing. And then, as always, the Bloody Beetroots. If you ever get a chance to see the Bloody Beetroots live, it's hard to describe. They're a lot of fun to see. My second favorite thing, though, second only to the tacos, was definitely making a whole bunch of new friends with the peeps at Insomniac. They're so cool, so chill. And also meeting a handful of you guys. At one point I tweeted out, where I would be for a little while, and surprisingly, a few of you actually showed up. It was amazing. I always like meeting you guys. So I'm going to try and, as I travel around to different conventions or events like this, I'm going to try and remember to bring the camera and remember to push record so that I can make these every now and then when I'm out and about. It was a lot of fun for me. It is actually extra meaningful because Baby Sark is inbound, as some of you may know. So this was my EDC for this year. I'm not going to be able to go to EDC Vegas because I'm going to EDC Baby. I'll still be raving. I'll just be elbow deep in baby shit. You guys rock. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you in the next video.
Everybody fucking rage!